Hi, I'm Mary, and this is another magical math moment. This video is designed for Algebra 2 students and could also be a nice refresher for Precal students. In this video, it's just an introduction to the definition of a log and how to convert between exponential and log forms. So, an exponential form is going to look like this. You have a base raised to an exponent, and that equals a value or some number. So B is your base, E is your exponent, and then N over here is your number. To convert this into log form, you're just gonna kind of shift things around a little. The first thing you're going to notice that's different is that it actually contains the word log, and log is short for logarithm. It's a nice way to rewrite numbers with exponents. You'll see as you go through this chapter, you'll learn a little bit more about why they're important. Okay, so you can see here we have log base B. So now the base is down here. Notice it's a subscript. So log and N are going to be along the same line, so is the E, but B is down a little bit. N is still the number, but that has moved over to the other side with the base. And the exponent has shifted over to the other side all by itself. Okay, so to read this, you would say log base B of N equals or is E. Okay, let's see if we can convert back and forth with these different forms. All right, so we have 3 squared equals 9. The base is 3. So we're going to write log base 3 of the number 9 equals the exponent equals 2. Log base 3 of 9 equals 2. And that's all you do to rewrite it over there. Similarly, with the next one, 4 to the 0 is 1. The base is 4. So we will say log base 4 of the number 1 equals the exponent 0. Not too bad. Let's try to go the other way. All right. We have log base 25 of 5 is 1/2. So the base this time is 25. The exponent is the thing that is over here, 1/2. And then, oh, I did the wrong color, darn. Exponent's green, rats. Our number is 5, so this equals 5. And that makes sense, right? 25 to the 1/2 power is 5, or the square root of 25 is 5. Okay, let's see. Next, we've got log base 343 of 7 equals 1/3. So the base is down here in 343. The exponent is over here, 1/3. And then the number is 7. 343 to the 1/3 is 7, or the cube root of 343 is 7, which we know is true. So that's converting back and forth. Can we do anything else with this? Sure. They're gonna throw something called ln at you. ln is natural log. Notice that we're using cursive to write this. You don't wanna write ln like that because it looks like 1n, so don't do that. Just do your little L and then N like that, okay? It's read as ln. Sometimes people say it like the woman's name Ellen, but you know, it's ln. That's really all there is to it. It's not very exciting. When you have ln, that's just another way of saying log base E. But because this is a higher level math, we're not going to say log base E, we're going to use ln. Notice that the ln and the e's kind of pair together. And we're going to get into that a little bit more later on. So we're going to try to convert this over into log form, and then we'll go back to exponential. So here we go. All right, I have the base is E. So I know when I write this, I'm going to say log base E of the number 7 equals the exponent x. So for the first one, I am writing it as log base e so that you can kind of see what we have to do next. The next thing we're just going to do is replace log base e with ln. So this becomes ln 7 equals x. And I don't like that being an equals. Let's draw a little arrow. So ln 7 is x. You would say this as ln 7 equals x. Not bad, right? Let's try another one. We have e as our base, 2 is our exponent, and x is now our number. Okay, so I know it's log base e, so I'm going to go right to ln this time. Ln of the number x equals the exponent e. I'm sorry, 2. Oy. There we go. Let's see if we can go back the other way. All right, so my base over here with ln 3 is equal to x is e. So I have my e. Remember, your exponent's always on the other side here. So e to the x equals the number 3. Ta-da! Here's another one, ln x equals 8. So our base is e. The exponent is over here, 8. And then our number is x. So e to the 8 is x. And that's that. It's important for you to know how to go back and forth between these forms because you're going to see it pop up as a needed skill when you're solving equations. All right, let's evaluate some of these. So we have log base 2 of 8. So when you're considering this, you want to think in your head, 2 to some exponent gives you 8. And hopefully, if your math is strong, you're going to say, oh, it's 3. So this is 3. I'm also going to show you how to do this on the calculator in case you are second guessing yourself, because some of you do that sometimes. In our next one, I'm going to go over here in my head. I'm going to say 144 to some exponent gives me 12. Well, what's the relationship between 144 and 12? 12 squared is 144. That means the square root of 144 is 12. Or I can say that as 144 to the 1/2. So this equals 1/2. Finally, our last one in this set, we're going to go ahead and think about this as 8 to some power equals 1 over 512. Okay, so 8 to what power is going to give us 512? Ooh, that's a sneaky one. Now I notice that the 8 is moved down there, right? And I don't know all my powers of 8, so I'm going to play around and just see if I can figure it out. I know obviously 8 squared is 64. 8 to the 3rd, oh, look at that, it's 512. Since the 512 is on the bottom of a fraction, I have to say -3 here. Now, if you're like, you know what, I don't really want to do that in my head, I don't blame you, it's kind of gross. But if you are intending on going on in math, whether it be to pre-calculus and calculus someday, college algebra, they're going to expect you to be able to do some of these. So keep that in mind. All right, in the interim, you can use your graphing calculator by hitting math, the up arrow key 3 times until you get to the option A, which reads log base. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to go math, up 1, 2, 3 to log base. I'm going to go ahead and throw the base of 2 here. I'm going to right arrow over and put my 8. Get out of the parentheses, hit enter, and I get 3. Same thing here. We are going to go math, up 3. I'm going to put my 144. I'm going to put 12.5 or 1/2 power. I don't know if you all could see that with this glare. There we go. I'm going to also do this. Oh my gosh, this glare is terrible. I don't know if that's better. Hey, that's better. Okay, the last one, math, up 1, 2, 3, log 8. Now be careful over here. This is a fraction, right? So I would always throw them into parentheses, -3. All right, there you go. The last thing you have to do is kind of silly, but some books do this. So they have like a little section where they want you to simplify things. And we're going to get more into this sort of thing later on when we're expanding and condensing expressions. So in the interim, just kind of trust what I say. And if you're like really like a mathematician or a math instructor, you might cringe at this next part. So just get over it is what I'm saying. That's kind of mean, but you know what I mean. All right, so let's look at this. We have 2 raised up to the log base 2 of x. To simplify this, all we're gonna do is kind of cancel out this 2 in log base 2, and we're left with x. That's our answer, that's all we do. Now, does it get weirder? Yeah. So like if you've got something strange like this, log base 2 of 8 to the 3x, you want to rewrite that 8 with a base 2 if you can. So we've got log base 2 of 2 to the 3rd to the 3x. And y'all know from laws of exponents that you can multiply these powers up here. So we'll have log base 2 of 2 to the 9x. Since this base and number are the same, they essentially cancel. And again, you're going to learn a little bit about why soon, but not yet. So 9x. The last one I want to do with you is ln of e, or ln e to the 4x, not of. I don't know why I'm saying of. So remember, this is kind of like log base e, right? So log base e of e would cancel, you're left with 4x. And that's all you do for these. So that's not horrific. It's weird, and you might be like, Mary, why are we doing that? I don't want to spoil the joy of the next video for you when we start expanding and condensing. So you're just going to have to trust me for now. I hope that this video has been helpful for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let your classmates and friends know that this channel exists to help you get through high school math. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.